Today we are celebrating great results, improved results. Tunashukuru sana. Na mimi nataka kuwapongeza wale wanafunzi wetu wa mwaka uliopita. Tunawapa heko, tunawapa pongezi na tunawapa maombi zetu kwamba mnapoenda kule chuo kikuu kusomea chochote ile mtaitwa, pia mtaweka bidii vile mumeweka hapa katika shule hii yetu ya Kaprobita. We are praying for you and God will go ahead of you. God will prepare the way, guide you in another new environment to study and excel academically. So we wish you well. So the head girl and the first girl who got the highest mark, and all the girls, as a parent, as a leader, we congratulate you. We thank you for really bringing honor, dignity, and also putting Kaprobita in the map of our country, putting Kaprobita in the map of Kenya, and also inspiring and challenging the next class to even do better. We thank you. To the teachers, the Parents Association, hii kazi haingefanyika bila kuwa na umoja na pia kuwa na mpango. Without the unity of purpose, we will not have seen these results. So thank you for the teamwork. Let's continue building on the success of 2022 to realize better results for the Deborahs of 2023. I want to believe, listening to your school captain or the president of the student speak here, it gives me a lot of hope and confidence that we have what it takes to beat and achieve our mean score, our target for 2023. Huyo msichana wangu ameongea hapa, na kabla sijasahau, niko na salamu nyingi sana kutoka kwa waziri mwenzangu, an alumni of Kaprobita, Rebecca Miano. Rebecca Miano is the cabinet secretary for East Africa, ASAL and regional development. You can imagine the whole of East Africa, our interest as Kenya is in the hands of Rebecca Miano. Our challenges in the ASAL, 23 counties of ASAL, are in the hands of Rebecca Miano. And also the regional development, TARTA, KVDA, and many other regional developments are in the hands of Rebecca Miano. You can imagine an alumni of Kaprobita today holding the mantle and responsibility of delivering very critical mandates in this fifth administration. So Rebecca Miano is now the cabinet secretary. And I can see more cabinet secretaries, more PSS, and even presidents in this fraternity of our students. So the sky is the limit. It is determination, commitment, and also sense of direction that will give you all this. Vile nimeona, and I don't know, many of you have observed, how wanafunzi wakiitwa, wakitumwa, hawatembei leisurely in the compound. You see them running, you see them walking, not leisurely. They are running, they are purpose, they are focused, and they have sense of time. This is my observation. When you look at the students parade here, even in when they marched, when they danced, when they sang, their uniform, the tie, the socks are all in place. Tells you personal grooming as a relationship with personal discipline, and by extension, a relationship with academic excellence. So I thank you, the teachers, for mentoring these students. And you are giving us the leaders of tomorrow. You are giving us our future. And we are here to express that confidence and support towards that assignment. It's not easy. Hawa watoto wametoka sehemu mbalimbali ya kaunti hii. Lakini vile wanakaa wakisimama kwa foleni hapa, huwezi tambua nani alitoka wapi. Wote wameshikwa mkono, wamepewa mashauri, wameelekezwa vizuri. Sasa ni wanafunzi wa Kabrobita Girls. So we thank you, management of Kabrobita. So nikimalizia hapo ya wanafunzi, nimesikia mambo mengi ya niliombwa mambo ya maji na tukashirikana na county ya government of Baringo. Sasa tuko na tangi hapo, tuko na bomba la maji. Nimesikia bomba iliharibika kiasi, and I will take it upon myself with the chair to engage Rift Valley Water Works, Central Rift Valley Water Works Development Agency, to expedite the repairs on the pump so that we can assure our girls, our beautiful girls, of clean water. We want our girls to be clean, the way we've seen them, smart. And as smart as they are, they will also be smart in academics. Hatutaki kuona wasichana wetu wakienda mtoni kuchota maji ama wanaenda kwa mlima pale kuchota maji. In addition to interventions that I put in place as Minister for Water, niliweza kuweka milioni 100 hapa Kabarnet kutoka African Development Bank to do the last mile. And I'm happy that program has been rolled out. Even in my absence, and school, Kabarnet boys, Kabarnet girls, Kabrobita girls, Kituro, and there will be a Kabarnet girls in future. And many other schools around here will benefit from that program of the last mile. So, in addition to that, I know bado tuko na kero kidogo ya Kirandich Dam, but with the coming of the 100 dams under this administration, Kirandich is among the immediate projects to be implemented and roll out so that our county headquarters of Kabarnet, our schools and institutions can be served like any other part of the country. Hiyo ndio kazi tulifanya kwa mambo ya maji. In future we might need sewer system in this school because of the number of students. We can no longer cope with pit latrines and toilets. We will need again to dispose any wastewater. So again, after we have done what we are planning to do, then I think that should be the next immediate action. In addition to your request for a dining hall, and in recognition of the powerful appeal and petition by your students' president and all the other leaders, I think this is an assignment that we cannot fail to do. And so I have had a discussion with the chair, a very good friend of mine, Paul Limo. We will knock all the doors and all the connections that we have to ensure at least we are able to break ground and push this project. So I'll take personal responsibility. I'll take personal responsibility to realize your request, Madam President. I've been here and I've seen students, half of the students in the dining hall and half inside the dining hall, which is a very unfortunate incident. Mzee Moi, tunamshukuru, Mungu amweke mahali pema peponi. Alitujengea shule, sio Kabrobita, sio Kabarnet High School, Sacho, Tenges, Baringo High School, Saos, Emening, Mogotio, mpaka kule Kisanana na hata Moi Kabartonjo na shule nyingi sana. Na huo wakati mzee alifanya hivyo, alifanya katika wakati wake akiwa kiongozi. I am challenging the leadership of today that we have also an equal responsibility and commitment to at least achieve a certain percentage of what Mzee Moi did. Tunamshukuru sana, tunamheshimu na tunamuenzi. Hata akiwa ametuacha, tunamkumbuka kwa ile kazi alitufanyia na kutujengea hii mashule. Bila yeye hii shule haingekuwa vile iko. Kwa hivyo tutashikilia hapo mahali mzee aliwacha na tusongeshe hiyo kazi ya maendeleo ya mashule yetu mbele. Ndio kesho tukue na watu wa kushikilia na kuongoza na kuongoza many arms of development of this country. When we hear doctors, lawyers, engineers, those who are introduced here, wengine wako Kengen, wengine ni mawakili, hawa wote are serious professionals and they couldn't have succeeded without such an institution. So we celebrate Mzee Moi, our late president, and we celebrate all those who worked with him to ensure Kaprobita is where it is. Kwa hivyo tutasukuma mambo ya dining hall mpaka tuone hiyo kazi imekamilika. Tumefanya mambo mengi hapa, lakini ile jambo nimeshika, hata hiyo ingine ingoje tutimize hii maombi ya dining hall which has become. So chair, expedite the physical planning, identify the site, tutafanya ukarabati yote ile tunaweza, tuhakikishe tumepata dining hall. Ya tatu ni mambo ya mambo ya shule ama education in our county. Kwanza napongeza wasimamishi wa idara ya elimu katika kaunti yetu ya Baringo, kukiweko mwenyekiti county commissioner na county director of education. I want to thank you. Amongst the 47 counties, we have not been left behind despite the challenges that we have had. Baringo is a unique county with both highland and lowlands. Tuko na njaa upande wa chini na pia tuko na chakula upande wa juu. Tuko na shida ya tuko na shida ya security in about 3 counties out of 6. We've had that challenge. But despite all that, nimeona watoto wakifanya mtihani wakiwa wamesimamiwa na askari wakiwa na bunduki in that environment, and they still succeed and excel. What kind of resilience is that? So it is important that we also reopen the schools, about 5 of them which are still closed, to be reopened and secured, because I've had complaints also that some schools were open, but again they became targets of attack and they were to close. So I want to challenge our new commission and welcome to Baringo. Karibu sana. Nikiwa mkaaji msaliwa wa hapa, karibu sana. Sisi tutashika wewe mkono, tutafanya kazi pamoja. Let's consult. Where you can reach, ask me, I will deliver the message where you want, so that we secure this county in the interest of all Kenyans, not just Baringo people. I think it's a shame for us to be watching and listening in our news bulletin the kind of insecurity that we are going through in Baringo. All Kenyans are affected. Even if they are not physically affected, they are psychologically affected by what's going on in Baringo. So we have put our trust in our new commissioner and his security team. I have confidence he has capacity to manage and handle this challenge, especially now that we have an operation going on We need a new fresh coordination, a new additional energy into that whole arrangement of operation. Ya nne ni mambo ya hii nitaongea kwa Kifaransa. I know some people here, I did poor, I really didn't do well in French. So those who French, ni vile si kupita vizuri kwa hiyo lugha ya Ufaransa. Lakini nitajaribu. Kukoma chale kosom paisi osiek chebo eme chebo national government ko maraisi paragori, lakini kit nongen ya email sinende konukongit kitukchi chemengechen. Angen ale ya barait kot akolalangit kot ketich akinan chebo gaa, kinan chebo ornyo. Chang biik chekongisie, chang biik chekikonyor, lakini ameche asom bichoto kongisie ale malo sabon, kikiligei. Angen kasinik kyoyai, angen kokilengwong bagei, lakini moroisi tai. Abaibai chekokonyor kitinye speaker Gerich, moroisi lakini kimwoe kongoi ki konyor boisie nebo Chief Administrative Secretary, speaker wetu wa Baringo. Kitinye directors chekokenyoru chemongering, ako kitinye kora chesome chekisomchini. Kitinye kumwoe kongoi en William Ruto, the Managing Director nebo Kenya Ports Authority. Kitinye alak chebwoni, Managing Director nebo Kenya Power, tekesomchini Asis, kisomchini Ngulek, Managing Director nebo Kemri, and apparently all those three are coming from Baringo Central. So you are blessed. Amu inget tukuchu keboisie rotili agene, lakini kisochini akichek komostani nage nebo Baringo. Mi akichek kisome tukuk alak chechang, ko okiljinigei aka mwoitochi ngalekwak eng ole kimache koitita, so karon konyor akichek kiy ne karon ngochul birbi eng kaitani kochul birbi akine eng kaitani. So ale namwa kunoe kwa hiyo lugha ya Kifaransa, Kifrench, vile nimezungumza kama hujapata ni vile nilianguka kwa Ufaransa Kifaransa kidogo, lakini ninajaribu. Lastly, we have a challenge in our country that has been caused by people who proclaim to be Democrats, but in the real sense, they are not. We have all submitted ourselves. Managing Director nebo Kenya Power, tekesomchini Asis, kisomchini Ngulek, Managing Director nebo Kemri, and apparently all those three are coming from Baringo Central. So you are blessed. Amu inget tukuchu keboisie rotili agene, lakini kisochini akichek komostani nage nebo Baringo. Mi akichek kisome tukuk alak chechang, ko okiljinigei aka mwoitochi ngalekwak eng ole kimache koitita, so karon konyor akichek kiy ne karon ngochul birbi eng kaitani kochul birbi akine eng kaitani. So ale namwa kunoe kwa hiyo lugha ya Kifaransa, Kifrench, vile nimezungumza kama hujapata ni vile nilianguka kwa Ufaransa Kifaransa kidogo, lakini ninajaribu. Lastly, we have a challenge in our country that has been caused by people who proclaim to be Democrats, but in the real sense, they are not. We have all submitted ourselves to our new constitution, subjected ourselves to the dictates of that new constitution. We have had elections, and as civil servants, public servants, we support the government of the day. We've had elections. The people of Kenya have spoken, and they chose their leaders. They chose Kenya Kwanza administration led by President William Ruto in September 2022. Hardly 6 months after, we now have people organizing and planning demonstrations. One argument, we don't recognize this government. Another argument, the cost of food is very high. Another argument, we don't recognize IEBC, or rather we want the servers to be open. First and foremost, personally, I'm interested also to know where the server is kept. Because for sure, all my hustlers, I'm the minister in charge of hustlers. I want to know where this server is. Is it in Kawangware? Is it in Korogocho? Is it in Jacaranda in Nairobi? Where is this server? Because once I'm told, at least we can secure those hustlers who are pursuing their daily livelihoods, doing their business in those estates peacefully. They have been subjected to very serious assault. Their businesses have been burned and destroyed because people are looking for a server. So personally, I also want to know if there is anybody who knows where this server is to tell us. Ndio kama hii server iko Kawangware, we are told, so that we direct those demonstrators to where the server is. Why would you disturb a whole nation because you are looking for a server? And after all, how many servers did we have? Was it one? Or we had a server in every informal settlement? Why would somebody living in Karen leave Karen to go to Eastlands to disturb peace-loving Kenyans because he's looking for a server? IEBC is the only institution mandated by law to conduct elections and secure elections by keeping the server and protecting it. You can only open that server through a court order. Not through Chebukati, not through demonstrations, not even through our president. It can only be opened through a court order. And considering these people believe in the rule of law, then I want to tell them to go through the court process and have these servers open. But even without saying that, the elections were declared, a winner was pronounced, and they went to court. And their claim was found to be baseless. They went to an appeal to their Supreme Court, who again came up with the same verdict. So which is this server that we are still looking for in Kawangware, in Korogosho, yet the same server was open in front of all of us, and they were scrutinized. People were asked to provide evidence, but they did not provide. So on that count, I don't think there is an argument. There is a case, because the server cannot be the basis of stoning and burning people's vehicle, the basis of attacking people minding their own business in the informal sector. We have heard of non-recognition of this administration. There can only be one government at a time. And the government of the day is the Kenya Kwanza government, led by the President, William Ruto. So if you don't recognize this administration, which is this administration that you have, that you would want to preside or manage operations and affairs of this country? And finally, the cost of food, cost of living. Since this government came into office, we have had and I'm speaking to you as a cabinet secretary, there was no money completely. There was no money in the national treasury. What has happened is quick recoveries of any outstanding taxes and mainstreaming of revenue collections that we are now using to bring down the cost of food, cost of living. We've been able in the last 6 months come up with hustler-led programs. One of them being provision of fertilizer, provision of seeds to farmers. We have identified 21 counties that will be championing the growing and the plowing and production of food. Because food comes from the farm, not from the streets and from supermarkets. Unajua kuna Kenya wengine wanaishi town wanafikiri maziwa inatoka Nakumatt ama inatoka Carrefour. Wanafikiri mboga inatoka supermarket ama unga inatoka kwa supermarket. They don't know that watu wanaamuka asubuhi, wanaenda kulima shamba kulingana na ile mahubiri ya leo. Tumeambiwa kwamba ukitaka kuvuna lazima upande. Ukitaka kuvuna lazima upande. Na wale ambao hawajapanda wanataka kuvuna. Itawezekana kweli? Itawezekana? We have been told that you weep in the evening, the way some of us are weeping for food, for fuel. But if you don't work on those issues, if we don't allow the government to organize and plant maize and food, then we will continue weeping. But if we go back to our farms, if we went back to our businesses, then tomorrow we will be joyful, we will be happy. So we have been told by the preacher of today that let us plant our crop in the morning, early in the morning. Let us also allow this administration to organize the management of the affairs of this country this early, this morning, this early, so that going forward we'll be able to prepare enough, produce enough food for our people. So that is what I think ningependa kumweleza kiongozi wa upinzani kwamba tulikubali kupitia sheria zetu na kanuni za taifa hili tuheshimu wale wanaandamana kwa sababu hiyo ni haki yao. Lakini ukiandamana ukitetea kitu fulani, lazima pia tuheshimu haki za Wakenya wengine ambao wako na watoto wao wanaenda shule, wako kwa biashara, na hata wale mahustlers wanaamka saa 10 wanatafuta biashara yao. As we speak today, this administration, based on bottom-up economic model, we've been able to come up with policies and programs to address the needs and challenges of the common man. As we speak today, we have been able to introduce and roll out the Hustler Fund. Now, by the way, how many of you have joined the Hustler Fund? Nikiona kwa mkono, wazazi. Wale wameingia Hustler Fund. Asante sana. Kwa hivyo, the Hustler Fund is a new government initiative to address the challenges of the common man. Before this administration was established, we had over 10 million Kenyans listed in CRB. But through efforts of His Excellency the President, Dr. William Ruto, he formed his government, which is hustler-based government. And I thank him for, in his own wisdom, for giving me this mandate, the hustler mandate, the common man's mandate, to address their challenges. And I am happy to report to you today, hapa Kapropita High School, kwamba tukifika saa 6 leo, we have been able to disperse over 25 billion shillings, 158,671,280. We have also been able to receive from those hustlers over 15 billion shillings, 334,476,108 shillings. And the number of Kenyans who have joined this program, the Hustler program, the Hustler Fund program, are 19 million Kenyans, 523 as at midday tukiwa hapa kwa hii kikao. Pia tumeweka akiba Wale wenye biashara ndogo wamekopa hii pesa, tunachukua 5% tunaweka into their savings account. Ndio baada ya anapofikisha miaka 60, huyo Mkenya mwenye anafanya hustling hapa Kabarnet, Marigat, Mogotio ama Ravina ama Kabartonjo ama kule Tiati, anaweza pia kupata pesa for retirement just like any other working Kenyan. Tumeweza kuweka akiba, or we have managed to save 1 billion shillings, 258,260,442 in their savings account. Hawa ni watu wana save 50 shillings, 100 shillings, but because of the aggregation and the organization, we've been able to save 1.2 billion. Our projection is by end of 5 years, we will have saved over 200 billion shillings for these hustlers. This will be the same level NSSF is now after 60 years. We'll be able to achieve or realize what NSSF did in 60 years, in 5 years. With the internet and the use of our mobile network companies and partnership with select banks, we will be able to assure our hustlers of a better life, a better living, affordable credit, and also we will introduce other bespoke products like universal health care. Tumezungumza na National Hospital Insurance Fund kwamba our hustlers wanafanya biashara, tutaweza kukata shilingi 17 kutokana na faida yao na tuweke NHIF. Huyu hustler akianguka kwa pikipiki ama aumie ama apate ugonjwa yeyote, anaenda hospitali yoyote Kenya, anatibiwa, anaenda nyumbani bila mchango ya mambo ya hospitali. Hiyo ndio tunaleta na tunapitia Hustler Fund. Kupitia Hustler Fund, tunataka hao hustler wenye bodaboda, pikipiki, matatu, wenye wanauza mboga, pia waweke akiba ya watoto wao, coming up with education program through the Hustler Fund. We will also save this money, invest in government bills, and begin to promote the culture of savings in our country. Hii ndio mambo ambayo hatuna. Watu wengi wetu hatuweki akiba. Tunakula, tukipata chochote tunakula, tunamaliza siku hiyo. Kwa hivyo, these are the programs this administration have been able to roll out. And I'm challenging our leader of opposition to allow this administration to settle down. Otherwise, we might think there is malice behind these demonstrations. We want this administration to be given time to roll out these programs and measure it, challenge this government on policy, on programs. Challenge us on the Hustler Fund. Tell us if there is any abuse. Challenge us on the fertilizer. Tell us if there is any abuse. Because we know if we invest in our farms, in our farmers, we will save the foreign exchange we have been losing to foreign farmers and begin to build and empower and enrich our farmers in Kenya. Tell us the hustlers have not received the money or the cost of borrowing has gone beyond 10%. That is the challenge we are ready to take. And I can assure every Kenyan here that the Hustler Fund and all the issues of hustlers and the cooperatives have gone well, and I can challenge anybody to audit, to ask questions. We are ready to answer, but not through demonstrations. We want a peaceful country. We want Kenyans to work, and we want to give our people opportunity to work. So, kwa ile on the other issue of cooperatives, we have cooperatives, a number of cooperatives in our country, over 26,000, with 14 million Kenyans in cooperatives. Hao wanachama wameungana kwa vikundi tofauti tofauti, wengine wakiangazia kahawa, maziwa, chai, samaki na wengine hata ng'ombe. Mimi ningeomba wakaaji wa Baringo waweze kujiunga kwa vikundi vya vyama vya ushirika, na tuko na mpango mzuri sana kwa mambo ya bei ya kahawa. Juzi nimekuwa Colombia,
Nimeona vile wanafanya. Bei ya kahawa inategemea bei ya kahawa kule New York. Sisi tunauzia walagai hapa Nairobi. Hiyo yote tutavunja. Ndio wakulima wa kahawa waweze kupata pesa yao, pesa kama ile wengine wanapata. Tumekuwa na brokers hapa katikati. Kahawa inauzwa $800 kule New York, the International Coffee Exchange. Na hapa kwetu tunanunuliwa $200. Sisi tunataka kuvunja hiyo mpango, ndio mkulima we will come up with a factor kama vile polimo wanafanyanga kwa mafuta, hata kahawa na chai ndio tutaweza kuleta katika msimamizi mpya wa kahawa yetu. Mambo ya maziwa pia ningewaomba wakaaji wa Baringo kutoka Kabartonjo, Kipsaraman mpaka Eldama Ravine kupitia hapa Kabarnet, Baringo Central, na pia kule Mochongoi ni inji safi. Hata kule pale chini kina Mogotio na Marigat kuna ng'ombe ambaye inaweza salisha maziwa. Saa hii tuko na Pamscos ambao wanakusanya maziwa na kufunga. We want to have our own milk. Hata tupatie wanafunzi, tuuzie wanafunzi wa mashule, tukuwe na maziwa yetu. We can only deliver that through cooperatives. Usalishaji wa mahindi kule Mochongoi tunaweza kujilisha ikiwa tutaweza kusimamia. If those farmers in Mochongoi could go into cooperatives, we could be able to produce enough maize to feed our county and even sell outside our county. So I'm challenging you, the people of Baringo. Cooperative movement is the way to go. Going alone, you may not manage. But when we aggregate, when we come together, and with my ministry providing administrative role, we should be able to embrace the cooperative movement and be able to address and even ease way of doing business. So kwa haya mengi, mimi ninataka kusema asante. Mimi kuna ma directors hapa wamejulishwa, lakini huyo msichana wetu anaitwa Chumbini, anaitwa Chepchumba. Nafikiri Chumbini is a corrupted word. This is our latest director. She comes from Mogotio Women Enterprise Fund. Pongezi sana. Hapa tuko na kijana wetu anaitwa Simon Almeida, natoka kule ya Baringo North. Kijana shubafu, ako Youth and Enterprises Fund. Tuko na wengine Cooperative Tribunal, wengine pia wako Kenya Cooperative Creameries, wengine wako mashirika mbalimbali. Tutaendelea tukiona nafasi. Nimesikia maombi yenu, kwa wale wengine bado wako tutakasana, tutajaribu na viongozi wengine tuone kwamba pia wao waweze kupata nafasi. So without many remarks, to our Deborahs, once more, you are our hope. You carry our entire expectations. We have invested our trust. We have trusting in God, and we believe you are not going to let us down. So mimi kwa niaba ya mwenzangu Rebecca Miano ambaye ako Rwanda, nitamrudishia yeye ujumbe na kwamba sisi tutashikana, nimeshazungumza na yeye, tutashikana na yeye kuendeleza maendeleo ya hii shule. Asanteni sana.